Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
What's going on, everyone? Wednesday night live stream. I told you all I would be more than likely going live this evening. Hopefully you all get the notification that we're live and we kicking off Wednesday night. I can't do Saturday night, but I'm probably going to go live Saturday. But y'all do know I will be out of town this weekend, so I will definitely be out to Florida. Be hitting Florida and going to the Lakeland Frag Swap. So I'll be in Florida this weekend. Hope to see some of y'all there. Hopefully, like I said, the live streams notification goes out. Don't know if it will. Hopefully it does. We will have to figure that out. Anyway. So Aquarium Talk, come get some. We will see who's going to come get some. Come get some of this Aquarium Talk. That's right. Anyway, it's been a lovely day. Actually, I just got off. I was helping my son with some of his homework. And let me tell you, the work that they give these kids nowadays is just mind-boggling. I sat there for about 2 hours doing a puzzle. That's right. Puzzle. Yeah, buddy. So, puzzle. Whoops. Okay, just checking to see if notifications are going on. Let me double check. All right. Doesn't look like... maybe it takes a minute. Yeah, this is about the time that it takes about. Usually been happening about 2 minutes in or so. So, like I said, this depends on YouTube and all their fine antics when it comes to that. Getting out notifications. So hopefully, just hopefully it works. If not, we will just redo it and start again. Anyway, so we were talking about earlier about some of the things that may or may not happen when it comes to the closures of Hawaii. What is it going to do to us as hobbyists? And as far as the pricing and stuff like that, I just seen another post, which is a better price, 2 yellow tanks for $400. So seems a little bit better than normal, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, normal's what, 15 some odd dollars. So now everybody's talking $400 or $500 for yellow tanks. I just seen a post for 2 for $400. So anyway, we were talking about that earlier. It's really crazy and all that. But it is what it is, you know. That's there's nothing, you know, any of us could really do about it. Besides, do you want it or not? That's just it. Do you want or not? That's the question. So anyway, it's not really a whole lot. What's up, BM Reef? He says, I'm here. Did you get a notification? Because notifications, it might have hit that limit for today. We did 3 earlier. So might have hit that limit. So as far as notifications going out, that is. Obviously, a lot of people say that's what happens. You know, I didn't know that they actually put a limit. I never knew that they put a limit on, or who is it, Google or YouTube is part of Google, whatever, as far as notifications going out on live streams. Uh, Nelson, how do you feel about SE or CS or SC aquariums? SC aquariums. SC. Why can't I think of that? SC. Mitchell, help me out here. SC. Why am I drawing a blank on that? Out of California. I'm still drawing a blank. I'm serious. Like it seems like I've heard of it, but I'm drawing a blank. What is that? I mean, what company? I don't know. SC. I wish Harkins was in here or West Coast because maybe they SC Aquariums. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank, man. I'm being honest. I'm drawing a blank here on that aquarium. I'm being honest. Like I don't even know. Yeah, SC. I don't know. Honestly, I'm drawing a blank here. SC Aquariums. What? I don't know. I don't know, man. SC Aquariums. I heard SC. I don't know. SCA. They usually go by SCA. Okay, SCA Aquariums. Never had one. Somebody in here has used SCA. I'm pretty sure. I don't know exactly who. But I haven't, so I can't tell you much about them. SCA Aquariums, SC. Yeah, I can't tell you much about them, to be honest. Are you guys getting notifications? Just wondering. Did you guys end up getting notifications? Just wondering how they're doing it. So we're still trying to figure out this notification game. That YouTube is, I don't know if it's YouTube. It might be a real thing. I don't know. But anyway, Mitchell, I couldn't tell you. You did get, yep. Okay, Jeremy W says yep. And B Reef says yep. Okay, so maybe some are getting it, some getting it late. I don't know. Wife hasn't said anything about getting it yet, so usually she says, yep, got it. She hasn't said shiznit. Anyway, so why do you ask about that, Mitchell Nelson, if you're still in here? Why'd you ask about that aquarium? Is that something, is that an aquarium that your SCA Aquariums? I remember them, but is that something that you are thinking about going with? I wonder somebody had that aquarium on here, SCA Aquariums. Who had, I don't know, somebody, and I can't think of it. YouTube sent me a notification. Well, that's awesome. What's up? She sends. Yo, what's going on? 114. Yo, he says, yo. Considering buying 150 drilled for a ghost overflow, $99 or $9.99 shipped. Okay. Bubba Calhoun, what's going on? I was trying to go live just saying, because it's evening time. Trying to get some people if they wanted to come in and do an evening since I'm not going to be my Saturday. Okay, that's cool. So did you just get the notification? The 114, just wondering. Did you just get that notification? Just trying to compare because we're like almost 10 minutes in right now. CJ and I have, okay, there you go. It was CJ, SCA Aquariums. That's who had it. So Bobby, since you got it, Mitchell was thinking about getting or something. Can you let him know here in the chat? He's in the chat. What's your thoughts on them or whatever? I got 7 minutes ago. Okay, so that means 3 minutes in. Never got a notification. WVU. There you go. Shout out to WVU, another one that supports this channel. Yeah, so talking to a girl at the moment. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It is Wednesday, though, you know. You starting early. No. He's starting real early. He trying to line it up for this weekend. No. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. I can't have no crown. I'm on water restriction right now. Can't have no crown. Just saying. Water with lemon. Yeah, I gotta finish this. I gotta add some more to my thing. I got about 2 more, about another 32 ounces to go after this for the night. But anyway, yeah, if you can let him, CJ's was the 120 SCA. That's what it was, 120 SCA. So, yeah, guys, if, sorry, Mitchell. Yeah. So he said, how do you like it? Bobby, if you have it, CJ's obviously not in here. So, but Bobby, you are. So if you don't mind answering him, letting him know how you like it, be greatly appreciated. Talking to my girl at the moment. Anyway, he said, but how's everybody else doing? I don't know. It's Wednesday. There ain't a lot going on. I just figured I'd jump on because I told everybody I'll probably do one this evening and see how everybody is and whatever. So, but yeah, that's what we're going to do. Let me see. Let me drop. If anybody like to come in, we can do that. Let me see. How do I do this? Let me get the link. Model 50 cube. Let's see. All right. There you go. If anybody like to come in and chop it up a little bit, right there's the link. You're more than welcome to come on in and chop it up. If not, stay the hell out. Yeah, more than likely. I mean, whoever wants to, you can. Don't mind me. What's up, Mr. Bob Turnip? Oh, you guys are crazy. This is some of the names that you guys come up with. It's just funny for whatever reason it is. Seeing a lot of that. I was actually playing a little bit of Xbox myself too. Playing a little Xbox, a little Call of Duty. I suck at that. I swear. Like, I used to be raw with it, man. When my nephews were younger, man, me and my brother, we used to be so raw. Then they started getting into it. They were old enough. They was playing. And then be, competition, me and my brother. And we used to put a whooping on them, man. I'll tell you what, these kids, man, you just watch yourself shrivel up and become nothing. You used to be something, but now you're nothing. It's so crazy. Like, you feel like you're lost, like you can't do anything. It's just crazy. I understand a little time off. It just suck. I just suck. So, but maybe that's just because we ain't got all day to sit and just play Call of Duty all day like some of these kids. And plus, I don't know. I think hand-eye coordination, you start to lose some of that too on the game. So who knows? But anyway, yeah. So what's going on with everybody on Wednesday night? Who's tank? Anybody's got a tank up, running, not running? Anybody like to come in and hang out? We can. Like I said, I just got on here just to see what everybody's doing. If everybody's busy, hey, we ain't got to do nothing tonight. I just figured I would because tonight and tomorrow I figured I would go live just because the weekend's going to be a no-go. Besides live at the show maybe or something like that. Other than that, you would buy another one? Bobby said he'll buy another one. So he said he would definitely buy another one. SCA Aquarium. When he said SC Aquariums, I'm like, did they change the name to SC or is it still SCA? Just wonder. Because when Mitchell was saying that, I was drawing a blank on that. So just wondering. All right, so it's a delay on my end too. It's faster on the okay. Yeah, it's away. It's SC. So they changed it. Wasn't it SCA? So they did change it? Or it was always SC and we just added it because of aquariums. Which one? I'm like, because I've always heard it as SCA Aquariums. SCA Aquariums. So that was a little confusing to me. So I don't know. But either way, you would buy another one. I guess that's all that matters. That says a lot about them. I'm kind of wondering how come we don't hear a lot about them anymore. Is there any reason you don't hear anything about them? Because I haven't heard that since probably, Bobby and CJ. Seriously, I haven't heard that name definitely since CJ. Like, I haven't heard anything about him. What's up, Fletcher? What's going on, my man? I haven't heard anything on him. So, maybe, what are they doing? All I hear anymore is Waterbox, Red Sea. They seem like a great value for the money. They might be. I just haven't heard anything lately about them. So, I'm just kind of wondering where, what's going on. Like, I don't know. Usually, like I said, you always hear, Red Sea. You hear Waterbox. Planet Aquariums is Planet Aquariums. But those are the two names you hear, or Innovative Marine, or what I say, the Waterbox, Red Sea, Innovative Marine. You really don't even hear much about JBJ. Hardly. There's a lot of companies out there, but you don't hear Custom Aquariums. You hear them, but that's like, but for the main hobbyist, all you hear is Waterbox and Red Sea. Everybody's on Waterbox and Red Sea. Glass cages occasionally, like glass cages is like once in a great blue moon, for whatever reason. There's nothing special about their offering. It's really just tank stand combos. The equipment they offer is just beginner stuff. Well, here's the thing though. If it's a good bang for your buck, I figured you would hear a lot more than on it, even if it is for beginners, because there's a lot of people just, coming into the hobby too. So you would figure that you would hear more about them than anything. Total glass. Yeah. I mean, but who knows? It's just a little crazy to me. Just a little bit. Yeah. So I don't know. it is what it is, I guess, on that one. But and Bobby said he would buy another one. I trust him in his judgment. If he says it's good to go, then it's good to go. So that says a lot. He's got the 50 cube. Um, you know, I don't know much. Excuse me. I don't know much about him besides, CJ. I don't think CJ ever complained about him either, to be quite honest. Uh, don't think he complained. Never heard anything negative as far as I can remember. I usually have a pretty good memory on stuff like that. I'm looking strictly just at the aquarium. A 150 with Starfire glass is 1K shipped. Really hard to beat that. And you can get that 1K. You said 150 gallon aquarium, and all that and a total 1K shipped. Is that what the aquarium? A 150 plus shipping, 1,000. Am I hearing that right? 150 gallon aquarium, Starfire glass at 1K ship. Yeah, total cost of. Listen, man. Hey, Mitchell, are we having this discussion then? I'm about to block you, Mitchell. No, I'm playing, but damn. I mean, like 150 gallon aquarium shipped for 1,000. Listen, I need it. Hey, listen. Y'all ever get on my channel again and say some shit like that? I got a ban, y'all. I gotta ban you, man. I can't click no. I mean, damn. For what? 150 gallon aquarium shipped? Man, too bad y'all. What is that? What is that without shipping? If you went and picked it up, like, what would you say? I'm just wondering. That's crazy. Jeez. What's up, Fish Tropic? What's up, Gabe? Deals, baby. Hey, you ain't lying. I mean, I think y'all need to pass. See, this is the type of stuff that these kind of conversations need to come up more often. Not to be funny. There's a lot of lurkers. There's a lot of people that lurk. I know they're lurkers and stuff because I can tell by the graphs after during the show or after the show. I'm going in checking graphs and stuff like that. Even when people are trying to be like incognito, but there's a lot of lurkers and people are trying to figure out. Here's stuff like that, man. That's a great deal. Like, I'm sorry, that's great for somebody new coming in that wants a, shipped. Man, listen, I think 200 off if picked up. I read at one time 200 off if picked up. Still 150, and that's tank. Is that a stand with the tank? I'm just wondering. Does that even come with a stand, or is that just strictly tank? What? I need to know more. Is that come with a sump too? But it comes with nothing. So you gotta upgrade your pump and other equipment. Okay, no, just I'm still, man. I mean, $800 for 150 strictly tank. Okay. Hey, man, I'm just saying, just to ship a tank at 150. I mean, personally, I would never want to stand. Me personally, I would go to Framing Tech. Honestly, I would do Framing Tech stand. Framing Tech, 80/20, whatever you want to do. If you're up in the Indiana area or anything like that, I would go to I would try to figure out what my son's outside. But anyway, I mean, yeah, 80-20 stand, Illinois area, so close to Indiana. Yeah, I would definitely tell them I would mock it up what I would want to do. What you need, have them cut it, go grab it, and go put your stand together. I'm telling y'all right now, the 80-20 stuff or framing tech, it's all the same as far as I'm concerned. That's what I would do. That's just me. A lot of people, so JT Reefer, what's going on, JT Reefer? Are you new here, JT Reefer? Are you new to the channel? Or you been lurking or watching? I'm just trying to wonder. I don't think I've met you or seen you on here before, but what's up? How's it going, my man? That's awesome. He said he doing building a plywood tank. Trying to see what my son doing, man. Why is he out there? But anyway, yeah, so I would definitely that would be my stand. I love 80-20 or framing tech, not to be funny. Than what 80-20. I went with him to pick it up, drive the stuff back. Lurking, watching. Ain't nothing wrong with that, JT Reefer. Ain't nothing wrong with that, my man. Well, good to meet you, man. Glad you decided to come in and say something, say hello. That's awesome. Everybody, give it up to JT for coming in. Also, what I was saying is framing tech. I would never want a different kind of stand than that. I mean, I'll take whatever stand that comes with the tanks, but if I was to do something like that, that would be cool because I honestly don't want wooden stands, man. I honestly would want to do framing tech or something like that. I'm just saying, I think it's worth the money. I ain't got nothing negatives or anything to say negative about framing tech. I think framing tech is got something good, man. I think they do. 80-20, like I said, if you're over in Indiana area, close to that, Chicago's close to Indiana, whatever it is, you want to make an order, place an order, I'll definitely say go grab your stuff and build your stand and call it a day. Reefaholic, what is up, my man? Long time no see, seems like. What's going on, my man? What's going on? But yeah, I that's what I would do. I would go with that, man. I would go with that. What else is up? What else is new? Damn, he said $1,000 shit for a 150-gallon aquarium, brand new, brand new. That's crazy as hell to me. But hey, gotta love it. Gotta love it. It's probably cheaper than that, actually. It's probably more than 200 if you go pick it up yourself. It just depends on where you're at too. But is that like that doesn't matter where you at? Jeez. I'll tell you what. If I was within a couple hours of that drive, I'd go get it. You know what I mean? And I say a couple because gas starts to and then whatever. What's up, Douglas? Hello from Cali. We got Douglas Rodozno. Dozno. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but what's going on? What's going on? I got a decent deal on the Waterbox Marine 60. 12 shit. Hold on. Hey, what are you doing out there, man?
So I can get Gary tomorrow for school. A couple cents in her car.
All right, lock the car back up, man. Get in the house. It's cold. And get ready for bed. Gotta love camera systems, security. Gotta love them. But anyway, so yeah, that's a great deal. I mean, the Marine Land 60, 1200 ship sunk. Hey, you know, that's great. I mean, like, people are looking for deals like that. I was wondering what Mitch was talking about, you know, was wondering and stuff and looking for deals. I mean, honestly, I can't see how you not, you know, would pass something up like that up. I mean, not to be funny, nothing against, right, got him. But he could have just asked me for a couple cents. I mean, he's for lunch tomorrow at school. I don't dig it in the car, but whatever. Anyway, it's great for people that are watching these things and listening or lurking, like JT Reefer says, lurking / watching. Yeah, it's just good to for those guys that, you know, are doing that and trying to like figure out where to go or where to begin, but afraid to ask because once again, you never know, man, how somebody may have got treated somewhere else. Mondo, what's up, man? He said, welcome back, Rico. What's up, my man? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's a little slow start, but hey, it's coming back. It's coming back. That's all that matters, man. A lot of people, you know, out of sight, out of mind, man. So when you are away from something for, you know, a certain amount of time, you almost forgot about, you know what I'm saying, until you come up on somebody else's life. But you kind of forgot about, you know. It's one of those type of things, man. But it feels good to be back, man. It just, you know, sometimes life happens and we got to do what we got to do, right? So not Chip the damn reefer up in here, though. Is that Chip the damn reefer? Not Chip the damn reefer. What's up, man? What's good, my man? Got my man Chip the reefer. I met Chip at New York, man. Reefer Palooza. Cool cat, man. Cool cat. First stream, I have been home for since Saturday night. Saturday night was epic. Hey, if I was home this Saturday, it'd be the same thing. Not to be funny, I think I'm gonna keep my Saturday nights with y'all as long as, you know, I can when I can. Now I'll go this weekend, and then the following weekend I'm gonna have my grandbaby. You know, I went over there and went and see my little munchkin, and she's just getting a little chunky thing, man. She love her pawpaw. I can't wait till she start yelling, "Come on, pawpaw!" You know what I mean? So she's just a little thing, holding that little big head up, you know. Just cute little thing. But depending on when I get her, but I'll still Saturday, if I can. Not this Saturday, obviously next Saturday. You know, we'll go. I might get her Friday, and then she can go home Saturday, and then we can get a little crunk. You know what I'm saying? We can have a little something. Have a couple drinks on here. Thanks, Douglas. Thank you. Yeah, she what, like 3 months old now? Yeah, she's 3 months, man. She's a cute. I think my wife put a picture on Instagram, y'all. I'm pretty sure, you know, a lot of time my wife do a lot of the Instagram stuff, so y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. She does it. Let me see. Yeah, right here. You know. Let me see. There we go. Look at Pawpaw little munchkin right there, y'all. Look at Pawpaw little munchkin. That Pawpaw little munchkin right there. But yeah, she holding a little big head up, and she just a little adorable. So I haven't said anything to Mom. I went and visited her the other day, and I was like, okay, so when she get to start spending the night? But I, you know, it's my first. I didn't want, you know, she's a new mom and stuff like that. You know how new moms, you gotta let your kids be parents, and you know, don't over intrude into their space. You gotta let them be parents. You know, I must say that. I know this is Aquarium show, but it's my show, and I'll talk about what I want. But at the end of the day, I feel as a parent, you can't overstep your boundaries. Now they grown, they got their own, they coming into having their own family. I mean, you will always be family, but they're creating their own family. They're going out, spreading their wings and doing all that. I hate when I see parents overstep boundaries. I'm not the one to do something like that. So it's been a while, she's been here over 3 months and stuff like that. So I just let her have mama time and stuff like that. And then I threw it out there, and she's like, oh, when you want her? When you want her? I said today. I said I'll take her now. But, her and her boyfriend, hopefully they do the right thing to get married, And I'm not the one to sit there and be like, you got to get married first, and all that. I don't do. You do what you feel like you got to do. So, treat her good. Long as you treat her good, I ain't got a problem with nothing. I don't care who you are, what religion, what race. Hey, just treat my babies nice. Hey, and that's it. You never had hear a word out of me. That's how I feel. But I said, how about y'all, when y'all can have some time together in the same week. So he's off the same weekend as the wife. So we figured that out. So when we come back, we put that following weekend, we'll, I think, not that weekend, the following one after that, we'll get her. And so they can just go out and have a date night, just them two, and have some alone time. It's hard once you have a baby. It's hard. So, but yeah, man, my wife, Jamie get a little jealous because Naomi will give a little fuss when Jamie's home, but when she in Papa's arms, man, she content. She love her Papa. So it's just funny. It's funny to see, she was over here and she was throwing a fit. Guess what? Papa swooped her up. Ain't heard a damn peep out of her. Soon as I get her, she content. So yeah, the ladies are getting pretty pissed off at me for that. But hey, I love it. It feels good. It feels good to see your kids grow up. And I still got my youngest is only 6, so I still got a long way to go to get them all out. But feel good when you see them and they just happy and they're doing good for themselves. It's happy. You did your job. You did the best that you can do. And especially having girls, man. My next oldest daughter, she'll be 18 in October. So you got, 21 and 17 and then Sienna, she only 6, but as far as girls, man, that's you gotta be real with them. I was always a real. Y'all could just imagine the shit that comes out of my mouth. So I mean, I'm sure y'all get the memo. Just coming here, chilling and doing YouTube. Real quick, hey, right there, MB Reef. Shout out to MB Reef. Thank you so much for first super chat of the night. Thank you so much, my man. Shout out to MB Reef. But yeah. What I missed now? You ain't missed not, Karen. What's going on? Hey, Rico. Will be new to the hobby and been listening to you. You make the hobby so interesting and fun. Love the tank tops and backward cap. So chill. Would love to see you in a t-shirt. Love your channel. Here, I gotta put that up there, guys. I gotta put that up there. Hey, Hey, I'm usually in chill, man. I'm chilled. I like to have fun, and it is what it is. But hey, I had to put that up there. You are all right with me, Arlene, Lona. All right, thank you so much for that. That is very funny. Yeah, you don't want me to flex on you, huh? I'm gonna give you these little pythons here. Yeah, these little pythons. They ain't got much to work with. They starting to get nice and soft and floppy. Speaking of diddles, anyone else get one of those 33 torches this last weekend. That sounds very interesting. $33 torches this last weekend. That's a deal. Speaking of deals, that's a deal. Yeah, they ain't much there. Is there anything there left, guys? Let me see. See, that hurts. I'm flexing, that hurts. You know, I gotta get my creatine and my protein in me, man. I gotta get it in me. I'm feeling flabby. Anyway, I'll try to come on with a t-shirt just for you. I'm not promising anything. One time. I did a tank. Hey, you guys remember when I came on with a t-shirt? I mean, not a t-shirt, a dress shirt and a tie. Yeah, don't hurt myself, right? Yeah. Don't want to do that nowadays. I just want to take it easy and chill. That's all I want to do. I want to chill and sit here and chop it up with you all. That's it. But yeah, I can't wait to get little mama, and I can't wait till she start walking and be able to get some candy. Can y'all imagine when you start giving your grandbaby some candy and just get them all sugared up and then send them home? Payback. Anyway, so yeah, man, I'm excited for that. As you guys can tell, I'm excited for that. Her first sleep over Pawpaw's house. So that's gonna be fun. We're gonna stay up and watch a bunch of Disney stuff together, and we're gonna snuggle on the couch and do all that. So yeah. But anyway, what's up? What's good, man? What else is going on? And I do appreciate you guys. That I'm just being honest. I appreciate y'all. It feels good when you can just relax and everybody's on chill mode, man. Just can chill. This ain't nothing serious about none of this, man. This is a chill environment. Should be anyway. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you got to go from 0 to 60 on someone or something, because people just act up sometimes. People act a fool. But other than that, it is what it is. My aquarium, I gotta get this aquarium up, guys. We gotta do something about this. We gotta get this going. My wife is on it. She's like, we got to do something with this room. So I got to figure out something. I got to start a new build, getting a dress or I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm thinking about doing a countertop, cement in the corner, countertop, like a kitchen countertop, like, not to be funny, like Formica or whatever, in here to create my long desk so I can have a desk and get some aquariums going and all this other cool stuff. So I got to do that too. Are you going to put sand in it? Put sand in what? In this? Who said? Douglas said, yes, please. Is that yes, please on sand? I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know on this. I don't even know what I'm going to do with this. I'm thinking about some really cool, nice little flowy stuff in this tank. The other tank is strictly going to be an observation frag tank. Hopefully for that. This one, I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do for that. Just watched a past episode. Would I quit after a major tank crash? That was rough. Marcus says, that was rough. So the question was, I was telling everybody how most people that have 5 years, and this was in the other episode this morning. There were 2 talks this morning. One was whatever, and the other one was pretty good. And then there was one that I just deleted because I had to go 0 to 100, and I was really irritated. But what Marcus is Reef's talking about is I did a talk earlier today, and we were talking about how most people that have like 5 years and up, you know, how they would probably start over, uh, no matter what, start over if their tanks were was to crash today. And meaning today, with today's pricing of corals and stuff like that and fish, we're not going to talk about equipment at all because the equipment that's here has a great like people can piss and moan about Apex. People could piss and moan about Radions, but actually, if you was to take what each of those products do, and broke it down individually, the functions that they're able to do, you would probably pay more for each individual thing to get what it actually does all in one unit. You would pay more, right? Versus having it all compounded into a package deal, make it easier to utilize that equipment at its fullest capacity. So like those things, I really don't, understand when people bitch too much about it, because you don't have to go that route. You can always go back to old school. And when I mean old school, you don't need an Apex. You have Celifert. You can buy some Hannah checkers. You have Celifert. Do it manually. You don't have to use Trident. You don't need Apex to turn stuff on and off. We use timers. You got digital timers now. So you could do away with all that. The only thing is you're not going to really control anything, shut anything on and off per se. But then again, there are some little whatever Wi-Fi things you can put on timers and shut things off at certain times or whatever. You can use a camera, in-home camera, whiz camera, or whatever they call it, Nest cams, and all kinds of cams to watch your stuff while you're away. As far as the internet, you don't need an Apex to do, monitor your system if you don't want to. As far as lighting, there's other lighting that's a lot cheaper. Ocean Revives T247s. I said that because it's just a Chinese black box. It's got 2 channels on and off. You set the time to turn on and off each channel, go to bed, call it a day. So when people piss and moan about those things, there are other options. So stop pissing and moaning about it, right? I was talking about fish and coral, right? And reason I'm just talking about fish and coral because that's why we're in the hobby in the first place. It's not so much the tank. It's not the tank. It's not the equipment. It's the corals and fish. So most people that had 5 years and above would definitely, more than likely, because they have so much invested, they would restart their aquarium. Okay. Anybody I said within the first 1 or 2 years of now starting into the hobby, if they was to experience a catastrophic event, I feel that those people would just leave. They wouldn't stick around. They wouldn't continue because of how much it costs. Other people would slowly grind back. They've already created friends in the hobby where they're already banking corals with each other and doing stuff like that. So therefore, it probably, it wouldn't be as catastrophic. It'd be a catastrophic event, but it wouldn't be as bad as somebody new coming in, really don't know anybody, and learning. True. I think people would cut their losses. Yeah, and that's what it is. I think first year, second year hobbyists would just whatever. And also right now, the way things are, I don't see a lot of people entering the hobby per se. Neither. The hobby's always been somewhat expensive. I get that, right? We all get that. 3 years in the 90s, 3 years now. Yeah. I mean, just saying. There's a huge difference. Here's a 10 head of OG torch coral for $150, and now you're paying $1,200 a head. $1,200. Times change. Things are, what they are. At the end of the day, it is what it is. And, I just feel that the triple OG I just feel like people obviously, I don't see a lot of new people coming in, um, especially when we ain't got these coral shows, these larger coral shows or these events going on. Those things really help introduce new hobbyists, like break new hobbyists in. They get to see a lot. They get to experience something, and then it really helps making the decision. Would they go with their friends to this event? Their friends drag them to these big events, Reefapaloozas and Macnas and stuff like that. I think it's an eye opener to new potential new aquarists or new hobbyists, and really sets the tone and gets them in more involved. We need those things to continue to help drive new hobbyists to come on in, as well as you guys need to bring friends that, maybe look at your aquarium and really, kind of contemplate it, but you really don't, whatever. Then you guys drag them out to a Reefapalooza or Macna, and they get to see all kinds of cool stuff and meet cool people. And that usually is what sets them to go, you know what? I'm doing this. Let's go get a tank. Let's start this. Or they start buying stuff here. They're giving it to their buddy to hold while they set up their tank. And, I've seen it. So, yeah, the question was just, it's one of those reality things is, would you start over, today, if you had a tank crash today and lost everything, would you start over? And I think it's a hell of a question to ask, because that right now, the times the way they are, and we were talking about yellow tanks at $500 a pop at some retailers, stores. That's crazy. Eventually things will open up. People made a comment on the other live stream too about how, Indonesia closed. It drove the coral prices through the roof. Now that Indonesia's open, the coral prices did not come down. I didn't know or expect anybody to really believe that they would. Once those prices got up to what they got up to, they were going to stay there. It is what it is, it's just one of those things, we all, what's up, Tom? We all did that. I was talking about how hobbyists did that to themselves. I was talking about how, these other countries where these things are shipped in from have the internet too, and how they were seeing what they were, what was being, what we were selling things for, or what they were getting things for, the cost of things, all that was broadcasted, been broadcasting over, Facebook and all this other stuff. They watch that, and things that, our importers grab for, like a tang at $15, and then turn around and sell it for $30 or something, after getting it in. Well, all these things set the tone when you see they're seeing the price that they're in, and they're only getting $1 or $2 per item, to go forage for it, or to go pick out these animals, corals, whatever, they're all animals, to go pick these things up and go pick them out and go diving and doing, endangered water, all this other stuff, right? So when they got to go do all that, and they're making $1 per fish or $1 per, let's say, bounce mushroom, and then they see with the prices of a $10,000 buy the same mushroom they picked and sold to us for $1 or per mushroom. Yeah, that's not going to set right with a lot of people. And then, I'm sure that, enough people complains, enough people bring more attention to that situation. Then it becomes politics, and things get closed, and things are closed because of negotiation, and negotiation is, it's going to be bombarded with this and that and the whole 9 yards, and then eventually open up again. And when everybody figures out a great price point across the table type stuff, That's how that works, for the most part. And now that mushrooms are going to be $100 probably per mushroom, you're going to spend $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $800 a mushroom. So it's just one of those things, But all I was saying over there on that conversation basically is, you can't be mad at your LFS. You can't be mad at your worldwide corals, your top shelves, your tidal. You can't say anything to any of those guys. First off, they're spending a lot of money. Yo, what's up? What's going on, my man? What's up, West Coast? First off, they spend a lot of money. It takes a lot of money to make a lot of money. They spend a lot of money. They got, they made it a business. They get a lot of employees to pay, a lot of electric, a lot of water trays, a lot of all kinds of salt and additives and skimmers and lighting and, all that stuff adds up. All of it adds up. The LFS has to eat too. At the end of the day, everybody's got to eat, right? Can't be mad at them for the pricing. I hear a lot of people say some crazy, stuff about, the corals and stuff that, I hear a lot about worldwide. I heard shit about top shelf. I mean, at the end of the day, would you say anything if they was just an average Joe doing it? Probably not. The bigger the company, the bigger more problems you have. The bigger you become on social media, same thing. The more problems you have. The bigger you are, anyway, the more problems you have. I can't pay all that money no more for coral. But at the end of the day, if you really like it, you gonna pay what you're gonna pay. Nobody can tell you what you're gonna pay or what you're willing to pay or not pay. That's really individuals by individual, case by case, and that's just all to the person. Can't pay all that money. It is what it is. And those that, are able to grow out, at the end of the day, all I'm saying is nobody can be really mad at it. Because all I'm truly is saying, you did it to yourself. And, it's one of those things, man. You do it to yourself and then you complain at the end of the day. And I'm not saying you all here in general. I'm just saying across the platform, across the board, that, it just didn't happen overnight. This worked its way to this. And because there's so many people that are willing, even those that are not willing, it doesn't matter because people are buying regardless. So therefore, it would have to be, a willing group of as a whole. That's probably not going to happen. And I'm just going to be honest. What's done is already done. The damage is done. It's how do you move forward from it? The best thing I do is go in with people, people you trust. People ask me all the time, how do you, what are you going to do, for corals, or what's this or what's that? Build friendship, build things that people know that you have a good heart. You're going to do the right thing. I mean, I can't tell you who to trust, who not to trust, who to work with, who not to work with, who to bank corals with, who not to bank corals with. I can't do that. You have to figure out these things for yourself and learn to bank corals, learn to really grow corals, propagate corals, where at the end of the day, you can make your money back and allow things to pay for itself. You want to upgrade your system, allow those same crazy money to buy your next system. There's nothing wrong with that. You have to do your due diligence to get to that point, with help, with no help. At the end of the day, you just have to find people that you just, can trust. Do I ever see coral prices going down from here? No. You created monster, and once the monster's released, it's almost like a cold day in hell that it's gonna go back the way it is, the way it was. I mean, let's think about it. We don't go backwards. We always go forward in life. You know, you wish what you know now you would have known back then, but that's the process of living and learning. You know, it comes with a price, no matter what. You know, at the end of the day, you know, all you think you could do is learn from your mistakes, pass that down to your kids, so they don't make the same mistakes. Unfortunately, your old pops that's back in your day, you don't know what you're talking about. Cause I'm gonna do me, pops. Yeah. And they're gonna beat their head up against the same wall that you already beat yours and sacrificed your noodles for. They're gonna do the same thing because nobody wants to listen. Everybody knows it all, and therefore it's a vicious cycle now, isn't it? It's very vicious. And she will bite you, and she would destroy a lot of things. And once again, you can't complain. You did it to yourself. It's just one of those things. How do you move forward from here? You guys are lucky. We're having a chat here. Hey, if you're listening, do you need help listening? Because we can help you.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
Just like that. Are you listening? Anyway. That's true. It is a worldwide market now. It is. And at the end of the day, you know, you gotta, what can you do? You live and learn. You grow your corals, you become the best hobbyist that you can. You learn really quick what to do, what not to do. There's quite a few people in here that's been here for some time that kind of figured it out, kind of got it, you know, they, you know, came up with a collective of, you know, information from whoever and everybody, and kind of got it good. You know, they got the down hood good life, running aquariums and stuff like that. I mean, don't get it twisted now. You could be doing this for some time and it still reach out and grab you and hurt you. And you try to start off, you know, something happens. Maybe it's your fault. Maybe it's not your fault. Maybe it's bad salt, or you didn't quarantine something, or created, fluke or something in your aquarium and start killing off your fish. So it's a simple supply and demand. That is it. Simple supply and demand. Don't get mad at nobody. Get mad at yourself. If you find yourself spending, let's just say, $300 on a frag or something. Now, you know, if you've been in this aquarium stuff for quite some time, you know what that same frag used to go for, whatever, back in the day, a fraction of that cost. What I'm saying is, because you have to have it, you're willing to spend that money on it, you don't have a right to complain no more when you buy it. You lost your right to complain because you're no longer a help, you're part of the problem. Here's the thing. A lot of people will use the phrase, if you can't beat them, join them. If you can't beat them, join them. Yes, unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of people joining. And at the end of the day, is that a bad thing or is that not okay? It's not. It's a bad thing. It's just, hey, it's your hobby. You're willing to pay for whatever you want to pay for. Hey, if you're happy, you're happy. Nobody can tell you what to do with your money you worked hard for. Nobody can tell you what to buy, not to buy. I'm pretty sure you spent your money on the weekend on a lot worse and end up having to go get a prescription anyway. But I'm just saying, Excuse me, ladies. I'm just saying. Let's be real. Let's be real. You spent your money on a lot worse, and and it could have probably cost you a couple things or two. So it is what it is. Grab your ankles and spell run. Take it like a champ. So, it's just one of those things. You know what really sucks though is the fish. The fish stuff really sucks. And I'm being 110% honest with it. Fish stuff really sucks. It really is unfortunate when it comes to fish. It's like you just got used to corals and the price of corals, and now you're getting hammered on fish. And it's like, wow. Indonesia lifts the ban, Hawaii goes on ban. Prices go up because of ban of Indonesia. Indonesia releases ban, corals are still high. They're going to release the ban on fish. You know that, right? Hawaii is just an island. The surrounding areas, I don't know exactly how it works, but it's a small portion of Hawaii, but you got like Christmas Island has pretty much everything, right? Whatever, an hour or two boat ride. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's going to, bring fish from there whenever, when they open up. They're not open either. Everybody just knows about Hawaii versus whatever. Yeah, it's getting real expensive. It is. It's getting expensive. And where does that put the average blue collar person is basically what I'm saying. Where does that put the average blue collar? Because here's the deal. If fish and coral is X this high, where does that put the person that's just a regular blue collar worker? Eventually, that's what I said. If you had a tank crash or a catastrophic event, would you start over? And most people probably under 5 years are not. First year or two, definitely probably not. Guess what that does? Once again, that's a chain reaction. For every action, it's going to create an action, right? So what does that mean? That means people like Saltwater Aquarium, other vendors that are, aquarium, sells us all our aquarium needs. Don't you think that rolls down to these guys? Another one out the hobby. That's another loss of sales. That's another person ain't buying fish food, tanks, protein skimmers, any of the things that you need to run an aquarium. That's another one gone. So that hurts these companies right there. Those companies. It all hurts everybody. There's another person out the hobby. That's another sale gone. And it's just a domino effect. It's just a domino effect. Where is this hobby going to be? What do you guys think this hobby is going to be in another 5 years? I'm sticking around for you guys. I'm trying to stick it out here. Another 5 years. What do you think? It's a political agenda that isn't based on data. WVU, as far as I know, that is pretty accurate statement there. You can still get deals on fish. That's awesome. Los Angeles, you still get deals on fish. Their aquarium hobby is the low-hanging fruit. It's easy to blame us, say it's their fault, close Hawaii. Yeah, I mean, Clown Reefer said in 5 years, it will be us against the world. Clown Reefer, you might be right. You just might have a point here. Tonight's talk. So who knows? It's one of those things, right? It is what it is. It's one of those things. I don't know what to say. I'm just wondering, where do you think the aquarium hobby / industry / all the above is going to be in 5 years? Truthfully, all you guys that are listening, truthfully, what do you think it's going to be at? Where do you think it's going to be? Also, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe if you're new to this channel. Hours up. I guess I'll let it rip. Should I just continue? Should I continue this live stream or call it a night? We're an hour and 10 minutes in. So, but either way, I'm fine. I don't know. Some of you guys may have to work or whatever, or don't mind, depending on where you're at. If you're on the West Coast, it's only 7. So anyway, AL the Legend, what is up? Yes, please. No problem. Okay. People tell me all the time they wouldn't pay what I do for this hobby. It's really outpricing itself. Yeah, Marcus. I mean, please never stop. No. What's up, Jackie? But yeah, so I mean, it's one. See, here's the thing. It's one of those things that I feel like people think about this in their head, but nobody talks about it. Nobody's willing to talk about it. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Because a lot of people feel like they can't speak without getting their head tore off, or whatever. They don't have a right to speak or whatever. Or some people are just not down for. We'll just say say drama. Let's just face the fact. Drama never hurt anybody, right? Little drama never hurts anybody. What hurts people is those that are not willing to stand up and just speak their mind. That's what hurts everybody around, right? I can't get on during the day, so night streams are all I can do. Oh, that's fine. I probably will be switching over to more night streams once summertime hits and stuff like that too. So just, some will be mornings, some will be evenings, but I will try to fit in. And then also at this time, if I'm talking about anything or anything's going on, hey, I'm leaving them up. So it really doesn't. I got nothing to hide from anybody. These are just talks. Talks are talks. Talks are allowed. Opinions of others. Anecdotal information. That's all it is. It's just, whatever. Other hobbyists helping out other hobbyists during the conversations. People's questions getting answered. Long as ain't nobody trolling, we're all good, man. And they're just going to be left up. So it is what it is. Hobby more expensive on the East or the West? It's a good question. I guess it just depends on where you're located at. We're pretty well set here around here. There's just so many hobbyists that it's easy just to get all kinds of corals here. I would assume the West Coast is the exact same way. And then you have Florida, but Florida doesn't seem to get, well, I don't know. They got top shelf. They got worldwide corals there. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, what's going on in Jamaica? I don't know. Carrie says, yeah, how do you feel about what is happening in Jamaica? I don't know what's going on over there. Please enlighten us on what's going on. Anybody else knows what Clown Reef is talking about? I heard they are shutting it down due to, shutting down Jamaica? Oh, well, we've been shut down. I mean, for anybody that's never been on jail or house arrest, they got a good taste of it. Somewhat of a good taste, right? Here in the States. So, yeah, I mean, social distancing, no social life, no nothing. I think we're coming out. We're getting ready. I think they lift our curfew till 11 o'clock now. We can be out. Well, people's not enforcing it. Let's just say, but yeah. No, thank you, man. Shout out to Reef of the Sea, man, or Sea Forever. Reef of the Sea Forever. Shout out to Reef of the Sea Forever. Thank you so much. But yeah. It's just unfortunate. You know what I felt like though. Once again too. I just found out the Niagara Coral Show is no longer again. We got to wait till 2022. If you guys don't know about that, that's over in Canada. Not happening. I went the year before last year, the year before last, or whatever it was. And then I was going to go 2019, I think it was. But yeah, I mean, unfortunate, they had to cancel too. Our big Lear canceled. Yeah. So, and Reefapalooza, I don't think Reefapalooza, Florida, I don't know. I don't think they will. I think Florida's going to be fine because of their governor and stuff like that in Florida. So, I think Vic and Lou is going to be doing it. I'm pretty sure they will probably stop in at Lakeland, check out Lakeland and all this other stuff and see how it is and go and probably make a determination then. So hopefully Vic and Lou from Worldwide Corals lets Reefapalooza Florida jump. I think California may be there. New York, probably not so much. Unfortunate. So, Jackie, love the stream. The most helpful I've found so far. You will find a lot here, Jackie. So, I mean, I'll be honest. It's not always pleasant. I have to go from 0 to 100. Hopefully it does not scare you off at any time that I might have to deal with some trolls or some really nasty people, because I get really nasty myself and get it right back. I'm not, and then I go ahead and ban, but first I have to get it off my chest and let them really have it, and then I ban them. But yeah, because we don't tolerate the bully stuff over here. But no, it's designed definitely for a lot of people to get feel comfortable, for a lot of people to get help. If you need help, you can actually come in. Like, I can drop links. You can come in, show your tank, show us what's going on. There's going to be tons of help here. So I am glad that you loving the platform. I'm glad you're here, and thank you so much. So shout out here to Jackie right there. Shout out to her. Yeah, Jackie, right? Girl, correct? So if not, I apologize. But yeah. I hope, Callie, me too. I got my controller over Devo. He'd be like, get in the house by 11. So as he leaves, I'll be out again. I'll be talking again now. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of people wish that I'd probably just go away. I've seen a troll get his. Yeah, man. The funny part is that honestly, yeah, I took a little time off this past year because, wife graduating from medical school and all this other stuff. This happened to the whole world. And, then we had to do house hunting and find us a new house and all that. People can say what they want, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm human, it happens. So taking time off, for any of you guys been here for quite some time, geez, it's been like 5 years. I've been doing this. I've been nervous to ask questions though. No, Jackie, no. Ask all the questions. You know, there's no such thing as a dumb question or a stupid question. We all started from the bottom. Now we're here. Okay. We all started from the bottom. Now we're here. So I know you know that song. So just ask. If I'm talking and stuff, there's going to be people in here that's going to help you out. They're going to talk and all that and help you out. What's up, Claudius? Pete Grow 420. What's going on? But no, I've been doing it for quite some time, and let me tell you. Oh, we've had let them rip. Yeah, let them rip, Jackie. Let them rip. No, I've had my share of ups and downs. Not downs in meaning whatever, just dealing with social media. And you know, I talk about it quite often because you know it's here. We deal with it, but we get through it. How long? So you guys would like to participate and answer Jackie's questions? It will be greatly appreciated. And for you guys that are listening or maybe working, Jackie says, I'm starting a new system. How long should I cycle it for? And do I need to do an ICP test? You don't ever have to do an ICP test unless you want to do an ICP test. You do need to test your nitrogen cycle and make sure that your tank is fully cycled to start adding livestock to your system. Not right away. There you go, Brandon says. I don't see a certain never not seen. Well, it happens. The Cancer it's not you. There you go. I told you, they're always lurking. They're always lurking. It is what it is. Always. Never fails. Okay? Always. You know, you can't get rid of them. They're there forever. Yeah, you can hide them, but yeah. But yeah, so anyway, come out and play. Anyway, so no, just ask, and you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. There's tons of people willing to help. Marcus says I stand corrected. No, you just didn't know that they was there. That's all, Marcus. It's there. It's always there. Acro Breeder, what's going up? What's going on? What's going up? What's going down? What's in between? How's it hanging? So, was out night watching. Right. Can't get enough. But yeah, so always in the tree. So anyway, hopefully that answers the question. That's funny. Excited for the swap. I'm definitely excited for the swap. It's needed. It's over beyond needed for me. Last year coming into this year, I was actually going to take time off away from shows but I've had so much time off. Now I need them back in my life. And I'm not being funny. I need them back in my life. It is one of those things that I just really need. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited for them, or at least this one. I don't know how many other ones that I'm going to get to attend because we don't know if they're going to do what they're going to do. Like I said, Niagara Coral Show. I just seen that in the Instagram that they just finally came out and said they had to cancel. So yeah, I've been having a lot of withdrawals from that, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I sure have. I wished I lived near Florida. Long drive from Utah. I mean, it is, but you can get plane tickets now cheap right now. So it probably, I mean, not to be funny, I wouldn't drive that from Utah. I mean, I'm close, way closer than you are, and I'm still not driving it. I mean, round trip. You know, I'm saving more than I would in gas just flying there and back. So less than what, 150 something bucks, something like that, 160 bucks. Me and the wife, round trip. Can't beat that. I'll take it. I'll take it. Jeez, all day long. Yeah, I'll take it. So I'm pretty sure you can get, he said, pick me up on the way. I'm the whole opposite direction. Way opposite direction. So I can literally jump on my highway and go straight to Florida. Take it straight. Yeah, that's the deal, right? But what I'm saying is you guys don't know if you guys can make it. Check out flights. That's all I can say. Check out flights. See what you can come up with. Check out flights. Check out the flights. I'm in Ohio. Yep. I'm just about 45 minutes west of the Pennsylvania border. About an hour and 20 minutes from Mike Valletta. 20 minutes from LeBron James. 20 minutes from Tidal Gardens. 20 minutes from everybody in the world. 6 hours or 5 hours and some change from saltwateraquarium.com. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm just in a very nice location. It's Lakeland, the Lakeland Show. 321 Reefer, Lakeland Show. So, Josh Pork Sandwich, if you're following him on Instagram, or iFragit, get a hold of them if you need more information on that as well. But it's Lakeland Frag Swap. Yep. Acro Breeder. If you want to DM Acro Breeder, you're in Florida, 421. I'm sure Acro Breeder can, whatever. I'm pretty sure you could probably, Gabe's Reef Tampa. They're all down there with you. Simply Reefing was here. They're all in Florida. So. Can it clog? Yeah. I mean, a lot of things can clog up your dosing line. But just like anything else, but even your constant reactor line, your drip line can clog up too. Yeah, clean the lines, be okay. Right, clean the lines, be okay. Over time, yes, keep it clean. Little over an hour drive. I'm going to try to make it. Hey, 321, look for me. Be nice to meet you as well. So, yeah. Just use clear lines. Definitely a lot of things that you can do. Don't just be, just clean things. And if you have a maintenance regimen and just stay on top of things and clean things, then you'll be okay. Things, look over your heaters, replace heaters, stuff like that. Just your due diligent maintenance. Write down when you bought your heater, put it in your aquarium. If you're doing T5 bulbs, write down the date that you replaced them, and all. Like the thing about the aquarium stuff, the easiest way to maintain a system is to keep a dialogue of it. Write down things like you should. What did you change? What did you do different? Did you change feeding? Did you change how many water changes you did that week, that month? Are you doing 10%? Did you step it up? Reasons, write down a note. Reasons why did you switch from 10% to 20% every week, or whatever the case may be. Write the stuff down, and I guarantee you'll be a lot better off and be successful. Be a successful reefer. These are just things that you should think about. You should try to, just do your due diligence on maintaining your system, and you will be just fine. Yeah. How do you level your tank? What? Yep. Can't wait. I dose every hour on any doser. You won't have any problems. Oh, there you go. Let's see. Looking for Versa pump still. The Versa pump. Sorry guys, wife's texting. But the Versa pump, you probably will see that probably the middle of the year. I would say it will be back in the middle of the year. Just saying. It should be back in the middle of the year. So we'll see. But yeah, the Versa. He said, cool, nice to meet you. Oh, clown reefer. That is, I'm not laughing at you. I'll just say that is just funny. It's just funny. It's hilarious. I'm just saying. What's up, Will's Aquarium? Hello. Oh, what's up, my man? Yeah. He said, are you the same one? You funny. Sarah's automated gravity drip, hard limits on failure, dosage value, no pump to fail. If the gravity drip automation fails, just doesn't get dosed. Correct. Kind of late. Yeah, right? No, you're all right, man. Read the tea forever. What's going on? But yeah. I mean, not to be funny, man. He ain't missing nothing over there anyway. I don't even know why he would even take his ass over there and think he wasn't gonna get banned going over there. I'm just saying, man. That's funny. You think he wasn't got banned going over there? Them people are them people. They they support certain people, man, that do very bad things to kids, man. Everyone should be dosing cow. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. You don't have to dose count to be successful. I wouldn't go Mondo all the way to that. I think calc. I mean, calc is a very nice tool to use, but calc also will get you in trouble. Calc is just as good as it is good. It can be bad too. It's cheap and it works. It does. It does. That is a fact. But it also, if I was accidentally dosed too much or something like that, it can have catastrophic events for your aquarium. So, yeah, gotta consider that, man. Just gotta, I'm not gonna say it's there's anything wrong with it, because there's not. Not at all. It's just scary for people to get into it. Just get into it and take your time with it. Take your time with it. Don't just take your time with it. That's all. I mean, start off slow. With anything, and just work your way up and learn it. Understand it. See what it's doing to your aquarium, and you'll see. Don't use a auto top off. Yeah, you can. Yep. I've done it. I got big jars of it just on the shelf sitting. I got probably 3-4 whole jars of that stuff just sitting, waiting on the next tank to get done. So, I enjoy Cindy's stream and never been informed on what that stuff is about. So I like Joey too. Just keep on reefing. He said, I never was informed. Decanthers, honestly, man, that was let's just put out you in the right place, my man. You don't have to be informed on that one. If you was, you would probably be pretty ticked off. If you have any morals or anything like that. So, but we're not going to travel down that. That was a long, dark hole. Let's just put it like that. Yeah, there's no rehashing or re-bringing that one up. That's in the past. And just like you said, just keep on reefing. But yeah, there's nothing to really talk about over there. Not at all. Not even to bring that up and shed light to somebody like that over, whatever. So it is what it is. I was just saying he ain't had no business over there in the first place. That's all I'm saying. And for him to be over there and think he wasn't about to get slapped up by Whack-A-Mo, he crazy. He knew he wasn't supposed to be over there. He knew he wasn't supposed to be over there. He should have never even went over there. But I ain't his real daddy, so I can't tell him what to do. But at the end of the day, he knew he wasn't gonna last two seconds really over there. They want to take it to him anyway. He shouldn't have been over there. Period. Point blank. Anyway, what's up, everyone? Being supportive of the little. Hey, I'm just saying, he should have been over there. I'll say it. Got man there. Hey, and I got rude messages. I bet you did get rude messages. See, reef the sea forever. Yeah. Hey, listen, let me tell y'all a little secret. Everybody's trolls become your trolls. whoever you support, understand. I shoot out somebody's name. Hey, Marcus Reef, that's my dude. Now, guess what? People go over Marcus Reef and just start trolling. You support Rico's Aquarium by, oh, yeah, you're this, you're that. I mean, that's how that works, man. I mean, it really does work that way. It really does. If people don't want you, they will bully you not to support other people. And that's why probably Reef the Sea Forever, he got those rude messages. I'm just telling you, to everyone, you hate me. Gabe, I hate you. Nah, man. I'm not going to do that, man. I'm not going. He said, I'm not going to do that. Do you think dosing cow of dosing pump is safer than just dosing it for your auto top off? If your dosing pump gets stuck, what do you mean? Just dosing it from your ATO? I think it's either one gets stuck. I mean, I've seen tanks crash because something got stuck on, whatever. Just understand when you're relying on stuff, there is a possibility something can overdo something. Gravity fed calc stirrers and stuff like that, I feel is the way to go. Now, there's a couple that are made. I have one. I don't have it up here. I didn't get to use it, but I have one that I got from, I forget what it's called. Let me see. Controllers, sumps, ATO, let's see. Reactors, Calcrosser reactor. Let me look on here. Okay, so what I have is the ice cap, the Calcrosser mixing reactor, the KM200 large ice cap. Not to be funny, for you guys want to do Calcrosser, stuff like that, I'm going to tell you right now, try looking at the ice cap KM on a smaller scale. The 120 is a small, they have a 150, and then the large is the one I have, that is the 200. I'm just looking here on saltwateraquarium.com. I got that for a reason myself. I like it a lot. So you can dose, stir your calc. It's constantly stirring and keeping calc in solution. Put so much in there, the whole 9 yards. Set it up, drip tube. To skim off the top of that, the clear stuff to go into your sump. Yeah, there's a fed line, so you can tie this in to when you need. At the same time, you can use it that way. You can use it to push so much water in at a certain time into this when you need a top off. There's different ways that you can control that. You just have to look in it and find it, how you want to set it up. Let's see. Calc stirrers, off, gravity, drip. There you go. Plus CO2, saturation calcium reactor. Very hard for that to fail without utter neglect. There you go. The Cantharus, see, that's why I keep the Cantharus around. I know somebody thought maybe the Cantharus reef was a troll, but speaks very well. So you got to keep people like that on your team. You can't get rid of those guys. No, I'm just playing. No, great help to the community. Love when you get some really good people in here. I feel that are a great asset to channels. You know, that's just me. I don't trust Calcrosser on anything that isn't hard limited in dosage value. Stuff can get nasty for fish. There you go. How do you run your calc reactor? I have not ran this calc reactor. So this is actually, I thought you'd like that, Decanter. But I actually never really ran calc reactors. I always used jugs. And what I would do is have two holes. So I would have one line right? I mix up my calc. I let it sit for 24 hours or till the solution, clear solution was available. And that was that, right? So it's all clear, didn't bother. I put it where it's going to go. So what I would do is I would hook up an air pump like you would for a freshwater system with a check valve. So I push air, a small one, just enough to keep the jug primed. All right. And why I said that is because if you was to just gravity drip, as the pressure kind of is no pressure, I've had it stop on me several times. So what I would do is run two lines: a rigid with a hose coming off that in one end, and then another hose going in, pushing air into the jug, small amounts just to kind of keep it pressurized. And then I'd have a drip valve on the end of the hose that would just drip into my sump. And I would just find a nice controlled rate that I would want it when the lights went out. And I just dripped it and let it drip all night. So, yeah. In a $14 container. So for $75, I'm all in. That's the way I did it. I mean, I'm just being honest. So I got a $60 J-Belt doser, dosing calc, no problems. There you go. You will see people that use Kalkwasser will see that it's really good stuff. I'm not going to even try to fake the funk on it. Does it scare me, people, for the first time wanting to utilize it? Yeah, because you never want to see nobody make a mistake, and that stuff can wreak havoc. I don't want to see anybody make a mistake. I'm just saying. So, yeah, for that reason, I'm very cautious of how I talk about it because people, once again, are like, ooh, that's the secret sauce. Ooh, I'm going to go ahead and order the Kalkwasser right now. I'm going to start dripping it immediately. Well, get some more information. You're hearing it here, but go ahead and do some more research. Google it, read up on it. You're going to hear probably different ways, different methods, different whatever. Some people, most of the majority of people are going to repeat the exact same thing. So kind of stick to that. Just kind of have a feel, get a feel for it. You'll be okay. I think everybody here can vouch for that utilizes it. So you'll be fine. Yeah, you can totally wipe out your tank, especially if you have a small tank like a nano. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much of a drip you would need for that. I never done a small one. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do this on calc. Maybe I should hook up a big calc reactor for a small aquarium. Maybe I should do that just for the giggles. That's going to be my calcium reactor. How about I do that? How about I do this as with the calcium reactor? Instead of the calcium reactor, I use the calc reactor and just do calculus. Yeah. If you have a small tank, then it's better to just two-part. Yeah, I have two-part too. But for bigger systems, yeah. I'll do it for a small system. I'll probably drip some in there just to do it. So why not? Why not, right? Why not? Anyway, yeah. Calc can go 0 to 100 like yeah. Sweet, but don't play. Right. How many of you guys are planning on going to the Lakeland show that's in here? Anybody? Anybody? I'm just wondering who's all in here going to be there. I know probably Gabe. Obviously 321, I think said so or whatever. Who else? I don't know. Yeah. 321 says, not sure. How could you get, I'm not sure how could you gravity drip a Kalkwasser stirrer. when you have to feed the, so it's just one feeding the other. I mean, it just depends on how you set it up. Pump or a dosing pump. So what I would do is feed it very small where it's not pressurizing, but setting it up where it's dripping water going in and dripping water going out. There's different setups. Don't mix calc. You don't mix calc, but you don't need to mix calc on large systems. It just comes out the line and drips into something. I can show you what I'm doing. Oh, okay. So let's see. Mondo. There's a link. So we get a Mondo in here. I don't know if he's talking to me or talking to whoever, maybe for our 321. Wicked Scuba says I am. Let's see. Did that link go up? Oh. Yeah. There we go. Anyway, there's the link twice for you guys. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's going on?
Yo, my God, I didn't even clean up here. But like, hold on, my thing, I didn't even expect this to happen. But I can't. Yo, dude, Rico. Yo, I met you at the Coral Show in Jersey.
Okay.
You and your wife. Yeah, I was there already with. I moved. Well, hold on, let me mute this because it's gonna echo.
Yeah. Was you with
Hold on, let me switch the cam because my lights are gonna go off.
Oh, okay.
And like literally, this is like the last, just so I can even say I got it.
All right. Oh, he flipped it and he went out. That's all right. We'll get him back in here. Think of it like an overflow. Yep, you are just adding more value, so it overflows over the weir. Case export tube. Yeah, for the cops there. There he is. He's back. All right. Let me put that on you. There you
let me switch this. Hold on. How do I switch cameras in this? I don't see.
You should see a little camera with a circle like a little circle, and flip it around, or it should. Try flipping your phone sideways. There you go. Now, did it give you an option? Nope. Okay, I don't know. It should be something like a circle with arrows around the camera to flip it around.
Got it. Back camera. Done.
Yep, there we go. All right. We are dark. There we go. And you got us on mute? Can't hear you. I like in the wall. I love the in the wall. Armando can't hear you if you're talking. You got us on mute or something. Let me see. Yeah, you guys hear him or? Yeah, I do not hear anything he's saying right now. Yeah, he on mute. Yeah. when he flipped the phone and it went dark. There we go. I don't know what happened. Maybe he'll come back in. Yeah, no audio. Okay. Yeah, because it was there, and then when the camera came back on, it just like, for whatever reason, there was no audio at all. But I like the way that tank is looking in the wall like that. I don't know what it is. I love the way that looks. Let's see. Think of it like an overflow. Okay, yeah, decanters. Yep. Got that. Yeah, I don't know where there he is. Okay, he said let him try again. All right. Yeah, we almost got 2 hours in on this live stream. Gee, here we go. Got volume. Nope, you're muted. You muted yourself. Okay, I unmuted you.
So hold on. Let me change the camera.
All right. Yeah, we only got 2 hours in on this live stream.
Holy crap. All right. All right. Like, how did? Oh, because I switched the camera.
Yeah, you're fine. Yep.
Yeah, it's. Hold on. Let me TV so you don't get the feedback. It's over now. The lights are dead. But yeah, let's go to the room.
Okay.
Basement. That's one thing that people in New Jersey have that is a benefit. We have a basement. This is a work in progress. I actually had to shut down my tank, and I moved. So I lost all my corals. So I pretty much started all over. My fish are all the same, but when I moved, I had to move. This is literally what I'm dosing calc with. People, you don't got to get complicated. There's a $60 Amazon dose.
Yep.
That's a 7-gallon, $14. No matter what I do, I can't overdose calc because it's 7 gallons. This is like 500-gallon system.
Right. On a 500-gallon system, that
it doesn't matter.
Right.
The way I calculated, it's 7 days. I still do the old school ESV, two-part.
Yep.
And I don't have enough. The system is still new, so it's not taking that much. I'm literally only dosing 60 mLs of alk a day. It's not taking in that much. Not right now. No. So this is a 120 that I'm going to add. All of that is all ocean rock. That's rock from my old tank. Then I'm gonna add this. This is not part of the system. This is just the standalone. That's the Trident. That here from this sump, I'm gonna connect and add another frag tank that I have on the other side. I'll build a stand, and this will get taken out. This was the quarantine tank that I had for a little while. This used to be my old frag tank in my old house, but now I took a little bit more space, and I set up the basement. So, I also, again, we're talking about cheap.
There we go.
Those people talking about $1,000 radions.
Right.
These things grow everything. I haven't found one thing that doesn't grow under Ocean Revive. There's nothing that I haven't been able to grow.
Right.
I have custom stuff like that because I like the up and down and the color, but you can go cheap. These lights right here,
right.
These are $100 lights. You know, if I'm mixing them with T5s, I'm only using the T5s are doing all the heavy lifting. These LEDs, you know, it doesn't make sense to put expensive lights if you're running if you're doing the hot. But it sucks though because everything is turned off.
Oh no, it's great. Like everybody can see, you know, how much time you actually put in your setup. People love seeing this, by the way. People love.
You mentioned the counter. I did the same thing. I literally just went and bought a little old counter slab.
Yep.
I threw it on the side. This is super cheap. IKEA, $10. And look at this. I can organize all my little things. I can pop them out. That's a $20 camera. I can see no matter where I'm at, I can see the fish room. This right here is also crazy. I added this because
a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought this. I think I bought this for under $100 on Amazon. I put up 2 vent fans, one there, one intake, and one out. My pH stays above 8, even at night.
Yep.
You know, and it just makes absolutely no sense. Now, there's still a work in progress. I gotta finish painting. I gotta do all this stuff. But a lot of things, they don't have to be expensive. I mean, this hobby literally is as expensive as you want to make it. You know, this cockwater stuff, I'm gonna move it over here. But if on a small tank, I could see it. It's not a good idea. Yeah. But anybody that's running, I would say anything over 50, 60 gallons, cockwater, you can't get better than that. I mean, for $20, you can't. You can't beat that.
You're keeping it real, dude.
Yeah, you can't beat that. You know, you really can't. And when we talk about, you know, how expensive stuff gets and all this other thing, you know, that my XOs, the reef brights, I still run them, and even though I have the LEDs, I used to run them when I had in my other tank. I had T5s. Mm-hmm. I have another set of T5s that are going on this tank. I have that in the closet. I'll bring them out. It's the same hybrid as that, but I'll probably put something else on this. But it is what it is, like you say.
It is what it is. All right.
Yeah. It's a lot easier for me to explain, like just show you than to actually go through and explain.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's why, you know, I opened this channel up for people to be able to do that. And it shows other people, like, you know, how many people watching now is like, wow, you know, he's doing all this and he's doing that and he's really doing it on a budget too at that. Yeah, you got some Kessels and stuff.
Yeah, you mix it up. You do what this tank grows acros. Not acros, zoas. I put $100 lights on them. I don't need anything bigger than that to grow zoas. It makes, why the hell am I gonna spend $1,000 to grow zoas? Now, let me not knock that, because there's also, you know, there's a place for that. If I lived in New York, because I'm an old New York, if I lived in New York and I had a 1-bedroom apartment and I had a 40-gallon tank, yeah, I'll spend $1,000, $2,000 on lights, because I don't want to see all these cables. I don't want to see it. You know, it's in my living room. But if I'm in the basement where nobody's gonna see this but me, then I adjust. You know, I don't need all of that.
Right.
You know, I don't need to ramp up, ramp down. That's for us. That's not for corals. Corals don't corals don't care about that, bro. They don't know.
You gotta remember, there's a lot of people that ain't been around long enough to understand that. When we had metal halide bulbs, it was on and off. T5, on and off. I mean, you know, now they're getting into the T5s, are doing the ramp up and ramp down, but I don't think that's good for the bulbs anyway. I think you get a shorter life out the bulbs by doing it, because bulbs need to run at a certain, you know, amperage or wattage or however you want to look at it, I feel like. But
yeah, this is the other frag tank that I got, that I got to add to the system. It's another low boy. These things are like $100 and something. You can't. Yeah. You know, there are some things that are getting more expensive, but the joy I get from $150 frag tank. That's crazy. You can get a 40 breeder for $40. $50. You know, there are some things that are getting expensive, but there are other things that you can get that are dirt cheap. You know, and that's what it is. It's just a matter of, you know, you get away from the marketing because people are selling stuff, and if you're here to buy, they'll sell you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, there's people that sell this ATO thing. Mix this. This is my ATO. This jug right here.
Uh-huh.
I bought that online. I think I paid $20 for that. You know, it holds 40 gallons, a week's worth of ATO.
Yeah.
You know, and there's people that'll go buy an acrylic one for $100 to match their stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. But you're different than a lot of other people too, because you got your main display.
Nah, dude, I can't. Like you were saying, what happens if your tank crashes?
Yeah.
I can't get out. This is my therapy. I got nowhere to go, bro. This
right
is
on, man.
You know, it's either I'm gonna give a psychiatrist $1,000 a month to treat me, or I sit here and I cut corals, bro.
Right. Yeah, people don't. Yeah, I think a lot of us understand that. A lot of us do. I mean, new people getting in, not so much. But if any of us has been in here for any certain amount of time, for some time, I mean, it is therapy. It's therapy.
Yeah. There's nobody. I don't. There's a whole bunch of stuff. I think to each his own, like you said.
Yeah.
There's other people that have multiple hobbies and stuff, but this is it. Like for me, yeah. I enjoy the aquarium. I've had fish all my life. My dad had fish. I think one of my first jobs in life was feeding his Oscars, you know, and the fish tank that he had, and then that passed on to me, you know, and now my kids run up and they look at anemones and they look at stuff, and it's you know, we're influenced by what we're up. But yeah. I don't sell. I'm not here. All this crap, like people come down here, and the setup that I had in my old house, people come. I don't sell corals. I'm a hoarder. I collect. I don't sell. Like I just collect. I don't sell. And once, you know, even I'll trade or whatever else, I'm always looking for something different. You know, yeah. I remember when I met you at the coral show, I had my old setup, and I was buying. I was literally there all 3 days. And I was buying up crazy because you know, it's different when you're already in and you already have money, because I also cut, you know, I cut 2 or 3 things and I have 300. If like people say, how the hell do you spend $400 on a coral? I'm like, well, if you got $300 in credit at an LFS, what the hell else are you gonna buy? You know,
right. Right.
You know, but. Now, I'm glad to see you back, bro. I'm definitely glad to see you back, man, because yeah, you like everything else, you need balance, man, and you need people to show and see the other side, that it's not $1,000 lights and it's not all this other stuff. You can make this hobby as simple as you need it.
Yeah, you're right. And I'm glad that you came in here and showed people too. You don't have to have, you know, all the bells and whistles and all this other stuff. You know, you can do things on a budget too. So I'm glad to be back.
Yeah.
I'm definitely glad to be back. And like I said, it wasn't that anybody did anything why I had to take some time. It's just, you know, the wife.
No, dude, life is real. And if we talk about why most people leave the hobby, it's life. You know, we could all talk about priorities are a bonfucker. If you got kids, your priorities shift. If you move, your priorities shift.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a single man and I just got a bonus, I could spend $1,000 on a frag, no problem. But if you got kids and you got a mortgage, you got all this other stuff. It's not that simple. You know, so it is what it is. And to be honest, I think that a lot of the times when we look at, like we were talking about pricing, certain things are priced correctly. You know, there's certain things that I go cheap with, but there's certain things that are non-negotiable. I'm not testing. I ain't testing. I ain't going back to that. You can't get, I was going to build a separate system, and I had that tank, that 120 set up. I have enough equipment to set up a separate system. And I thought about setting up a separate system here, like just with this 120 and the front tank here. and I was
Yeah.
gonna put a sump down there, completely separate system. And I said, I had to test for alk and calcium. And I was like, yo, this is dead. I got what the hell am I doing? I can't go back to testing magnesium. Those things are
Hey,
done.
hey, listen. When I tell you, when the people ask me all the time, Rico, what do you really think about that Trident? Hey, man, I find myself looking at my numbers more often than I ever had.
Yeah. And honestly, I was mad. I was mad at Neptune because honestly, there was a lot. The way they set it up and the way they were selling it, they were
Yeah.
because they control it and they make you test 3 or 4 times a day. I used to test my calc once a week, bro. Once a
Yeah.
week. Real
Yeah.
true story. And if I
Yeah.
show you pictures of my old tank, my tank was thriving. I
Mhm.
tested alk on Saturdays, right? And that's it. I tested alk and maybe sometimes calcium. That's it. I never in my life tasted magnesium. Now,
Yeah.
I used to go send ICP tests and stuff like that because, for $30, $40, I believe is worth it. But when they were selling this, I said, why are you forcing me to test so much? I don't need to find out. Then I found myself waiting for tests.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, why? I got to wait till 6 o'clock to find out what my alk is?
Right.
You
And
know?
also, I don't think people realize by doing that, you see your aquarium creates this nice pattern, and you will see that, when things are thriving and things are doing really well, you will notice if something did go out of whack because it's done gave you every day for X amount of months, this time this time that, this time this time that. Then something happens, you're going to see where it went wrong or what happened too. It creates a nice log for you. Me personally, I love it. I think it's worth every bit of the $600.
Yeah, and that's where you get at. There's certain things that I think that are worth the extra purchase, the extra money. And then there are things that no, you can cut corners and you can say, hey, you know what? And it's a hobby. We're always growing. We're always. I took this little fridge, and I'm gonna try to set this up to do dosing. Set up with connected. I'm gonna drill the top at some point and set it up just to those live coaches and stuff like that.
Yep.
Why? Because it's there. It doesn't. It's a $40 fridge. If I can get that to work, and I don't gotta deal with nothing measuring or anything. That's a win for me.
Yep. All you'll have to deal with is just your maintenance, cleaning, and making sure the tubes are not being blocked, and that's it. Keep it going and keep it moving.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't tell you to dose calc on a dose like I have the Apex, the dose down there. I have two. I have one in the water change. I would not. I use a cheap. As you can see, the first heads here are gone. Right, I'm on second head. I have 2 more heads. If this one dies, I go to this one. It doesn't matter if I have to replace the heads. This is $60 for 4 heads.
Right.
It's a no-brainer.
Right.
Obviously, use clear tubes. So you can see when it gets plugged, you snip it and you change it. No big deal. I also dose everything in one location. And I don't want to. There's a 100-gallon sump.
Yeah.
But I dose everything in one location. But I do also do everything completely different. Like calc and alk, these two get dosed, one in the day, one in the night.
Yep.
This gets dosed in the half of all throughout the night.
You run 2 protein skimmers, all kinds of stuff. 2 protein skimmers and.
Yeah. Well, I gotta get a big one. So what happened was in my old tank, I had a 125, and I had this was my old frac tank.
Yeah.
So I had a 125-gallon in this frac tank in my old house. So I had one of those skimmers on the frac tank. I had 2 separate systems. And I wouldn't go back to that at all.
Yeah.
That's for the birds, man. So I got a mixture of stuff. I so I just moved over. Like this was at the old system. So I had the BRS canisters, and I have another one down here.
Mm-hmm.
And when I build the stand, I'll put a third one down here because I do carbon and I do GFO.
GFO.
Yeah. And I also this algae scrubber I had this on my 125. I moved it over here and it's there. I don't know. Maybe I'll add a refugium. I don't know. That's why I haven't gotten rid of this tank. Is because I might add it. I have the lights and everything I have a Kessel lights and everything because in my old tank I had a refugium. This was my old sump.
Yeah.
So I had a refugium right there, and it was working. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to keep. I don't know what I'm going to get rid of, but it's a progress. We're all as we move along. I got a really good deal on this tank, so I added it to the system. I used to have those Rubbermaid. I had all this rock on a Rubbermaid. Matter of fact, actually, I'm hoarding rocks. Y'all don't even know. Yeah, you have no idea. I'm a straight up ocean rock hoarder. I'm straight up hoarding real rock.
Oh, there you go.
Because you can't get it.
Right.
And that is market demand. You can't get it. You can't. You can't even. I got to I had an opportunity to buy Haitian rock, and I didn't. And that contact that I had to get those Haitian rock is gone. They don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
So, this is not pretty. These are all, everybody likes the pretty rock, but
it just takes time.
That's real rock.
Right. Yeah.
But well,
looks good though.
Nah, I'll show you. I'll have you guys back once I'm finished, and you see the update. And actually, when it's the lights are on, because with the lights off, you really can't see anything. But I'm definitely glad to see you back.
I think you and a lot of other people, for whatever reason, I don't know what I missed or what's been happening on YouTube.
You know what it is, man. I relate to you. I'm not a scientist, man. This is a hobby for me, so I'm not sitting here trying to, this is supposed to relieve stress, not cause it. Yeah. So I'm not here to make things overcomplicated. Yeah. So, there's a lot of people that really, really complicate this whole reefing thing and there's coral growing and everything else. And it doesn't have to be. And I get pissed off sometimes. Like right now, this whole conversation, I'm like, if I show you in 5 minutes, it's not that difficult. You don't have to get and I know it goes against your channel because you got, these people want to sell caulk stores. They don't want you to go buy a $14 jug at Walmart. But you don't have to do it. It makes no sense. You go straight to the source. The person selling who brought caulk that pushed caulk to the reefers, they tell you it doesn't matter. Now, if you have a small system, and that's the thing, and that's why you can't just throw things out there. And I'm glad that you pause and you take things into consideration. You can't just blur things out because it's what works for me doesn't work for somebody else. Like I said, I have 500 gallons. If that dosing pump, I have so many stops that if that dosing pump does dose all this stuff, it'll cut off. That plug is connected to my apex. If my pH goes above 8.4, that caulk washer is off.
Right.
If salinity goes over 35, caulk washer off. These are things that somebody with a nano tank or whatever might not have. So with stuff like that, I would say use all for reef or use something that's all inclusive. That you don't, it's funny, man. Nobody, I really would like to turn on the lights, but I'm not messing with because everybody's so happy with the lights off.
Yeah,
everybody's on a schedule, but nobody. I have nobody to show this off to. Nobody cares about. My reef is in the basement. Nobody cares about this stuff. So if I can ever get, get anybody in here who actually knows and looks and be like, oh my God, look, I always appreciate that. But there are other products and stuff that work a little bit better, I would say. So like when we were doing like kalkwasser, it's cheap and it's effective, but yeah, on a 10-gallon tank, on a 20-gallon tank, it's dangerous. Because it is very easy to overdose.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go to All for Reef or one of these other products that is an all-in-one, you can dose that on a doser, and you don't have those problems. Or you go 2-part. ESV, that thing's been here forever. That ESV's been
26 years or so. It's been like a year or two longer than me being in this hobby.
Yeah, 27 years, man.
So yeah,
it works.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It works, but
I try to do my best to really dumb this stuff down because you are right, and there's a lot of people that can't relate to a lot of these people that say all this stuff. For real, in all honesty, it's not that it's bad. There's only a select group of people that actually get it. Most people enjoy this hobby, but what other people say really complicates things, and it just can't register what people are saying. And there's a lot of people that follow me just are very thankful because the analogies I use, I really dumb it down so people really somewhat understand it, make it easier to understand, I guess. But I try my best, and I try to always be aware of what I'm saying and how I'm saying something too, because if I say something, there are people out there just going to take what I said and run with it, and it could cost them something bad in their aquarium, like the cow situation. But is that powder blue? Yeah.
Yeah, but he's the one that I got 4 tanks. I could have a lot more, but these are OG tanks. I brought these from my other tank, so I don't. These are I can't risk. You know what I'm saying? I'm in.
Yeah,
I can't risk this livestock to go get a gem tank and make things pretty.
Right.
So I don't have anything that's like out of this world. Although, I got 2 yellow tanks, so it's like about $1,000 in fish right there.
Right. Right. You want to sell those?
Yeah, I'm in heavy on yellow tanks.
Right.
But I'm a strong believer in aquaculture, and I believe that's why I'm doing what I do here. I don't think the hobby. You said a question what the hobby's going to be in 5 years. It's aquaculture, bro. It's people like you growing frags in their basement, man. That's the real deal. That is the real deal. That's what's gonna save the hobby. I've been snorkeling, and I grew up in the Caribbean. Like I'm born and raised in New York, but I'm from Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
And I used to go to the summer in Dominican Republic, and I'm 47. I used to swim, like when I was a kid. I used to swim right off the beach and go snorkeling, like right off the beach, like just jump in the water and snorkel. Yeah. There was corals right there, 20 feet, 20, 30 feet in. Yep. That doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. You got to get in a boat and drive for 3 hours to see a mushroom.
Ain't that crazy?
To see a mushroom.
Sad. Yeah, sad.
So we are going to be the future. And you talk about the aquarium, the when you were saying the going out to Atlanta and looking, that's like one of the only places that actually has a real reef. When was the last time you went to an aquarium that had a real reef? That real reef. I'm not talking about fish only and every other stuff, because tons of Long Island. Yeah, I know.
Long Island Aquarium.
Yeah, Long Island. I know. That's my favorite aquarium.
Yeah.
But outside of that, you're talking about. I know that they're crazy. That guy, he's real deal. Day one.
Yeah.
Right? So that's different. his passion surpasses the money.
Yeah,
So
that's Joe Iola.
yeah.
And he's a really awesome
But
guy.
his passion, he
Yeah.
wouldn't hit the money that aquarium makes doesn't
No,
equal what his passion is.
right.
So they and that's what happens. And that's why in all these shows and everything, you only see fish on. You don't see corals. Like my wife used to say, why are all these the fish shows that they have on TV and all of that? It's always they never have corals. It's because it's too expensive. It's too hard to teach somebody how to maintain these things. And it's too difficult. While if you put salt water in a fish tank with fish, that's a little easier. That's a little easier to maintain. And you put plastic corals, and you can maintain that because that takes away everything. You still get the colorful fish, and that's what you see at dentist office. That's what you see at Vegas. They'll have a $10,000 tank, but it's fish only. You won't see one coral in that tank. Because it's too expensive. They're not gonna invest the money to keep that coral alive.
Just to maintain. Yeah, it's it does cost a little extra to maintain and stuff like that. But it boils down to is what this hobby is only as hard as you want to make it, and I try to tell people that
Well, we are gonna get a slap in the face. All right, we're gonna get a real reality check. All right, so we just got one with the yellow tanks. We're gonna get another one with corals that we took for granted that people are like throwaway. There are no throwaway corals. There are no throwaway corals.
None of that.
Anything that you have, anything that you have, you got to keep alive. If you can't keep alive, shut it down. Let somebody else do it because it's not. There are no throwaway corals. Those zinnias and all the stuff that people hate. They're gonna be. We're gonna get to a point. You talk about 5 years. Zinnias are gonna be $1,000. My wife, when we were at the other tank, my wife for my birthday bought me a torch, a 5-head torch. She paid, I think it was 150 at the low. I have like 3 reef store at that time. That was like 4 or 5 years ago. That was before the Indo bag. I put it in the tank and I liked the torch, but it was taking up too much because you know how torches are. They kill everything around them. I literally got rid of that torch because it was taking up too much space and real estate was too important. That torch right now was like $1,000 something. I laughed because I got I cut that torch up and got rid of it because it was taking up too much real estate and I wanted to put other frags in that space. And it was because torches, I used to walk by torches. Torches were nothing. You sell 10 torches, there'll be 10 more in the next delivery.
Right.
There was never, I call them torches because there was no name. They weren't valuable. They didn't have names. They, I don't even know what the hell that was. There was no name to that torch. It was a torch and it had 5 heads. We'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right, man.
Yeah, but now everything has a name and everything else, and there's a lot of value.
That's right. And that's what you put a name on it. You go ahead and add 500.
And that's what's gonna happen is that stuff that we take for granted, like GSP, we like, that shit is a weed until you can't get it anymore. And now GSP is bubbling, and now GSP bubble for $500 a frag.
You're right.
You laugh, but if I told you 3 years ago the yellow tanks were sold in live aquarium for $500, you would be like, this dude is crazy. What the hell is Amado smoking?
Right. That's crazy. Yep, no nips. Yeah, man. I mean, that's true. Torches were $25 back in the day.
Yo, they didn't have. I got rid of the torch because the real estate was more valuable than the torch, and I like torches.
Right.
You know, and that's crazy. I wanted more SPS, and I said, "Yo, let me make room. Let me get rid of this torch." And it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing about it is, Tom says we ain't have all these colors back then when I started.
No,
Well,
we had the colors. No, we always had the colors.
we
The
always
thing
had
is that we didn't have LEDs.
we didn't have it.
What changed the game was LEDs. So like my corals right now, all my corals are brown. There's nothing in there. This shit is crap, right? I turn
Mm-hmm.
on the blue lights, and that's it. You know, that's the difference. You know, and T5s and all of that, they were good, but they weren't.
Right. Kind of reminds you of back in your day. I don't know, going to a teen club with black lights. Would you say that's the
It's
best?
not the same. I have authentic lights. It's not. It's not the
No,
same.
no, no. What I'm saying is how you walk in your regular clothes, but when they're black,
Oh yeah, when you go, yeah,
it's
when you move,
fluorescent.
yeah,
And it's the light that does that and makes it fluorescent.
yeah.
And you know,
So we always had most of the corals were all corals are brown, you know, and all corals. That's why, you know, what the thing with LEDs is that it gives you can see them in daylight. You can program it so you get a bright light during the day, and then it goes down, and then you see at nighttime you see
right.
the blue where everything pops out. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I mean, some people always run blue. I'm not one of those people, but they do exist. And the blue of the LED specifically, they added a spectrum that we couldn't get from T5s or anything else.
Right.
Now, T5s made people less vulnerable to crash. So if 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you're gonna set up a tank and I put T5s, you weren't gonna fail because if I tell you do the same thing I'm doing, I have ATI, I have this mix, I have these bulbs. You're doing the same thing. There's no dimming, there's no nothing. Now everybody has their own. Me and you could run radions, but we're running them completely different on a different time set, on a different schedule, on a different percentage, and a different completely. The bulbs, T5 bulbs are not, they were where they were. You didn't change it. So if you
Right.
went to your LFS and you were because I would do that. I would ask, what are you running? And I would pull and do what they do, because that's how you get successful. You follow what other people do, and and that's with the LEDs. That's what happened is that people started getting more control and they started going up and they can kill corals a lot faster than what it was before.
Yeah.
And if we could put some of the old corals under the new LEDs, you'll be like, wow, that old corals would be amazing. Or old things that we thought were useless would have more light because the blue brings it out.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of things have changed, man. You gotta. A lot of people don't want to pivot. They don't want to change. They want to keep doing what they were doing 10 years ago. And you can't. You got to pivot. You got to go with what's going on now. I wish I could go buy 100 pounds, 200 pounds of live rock. That
Yeah.
doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. So we hoard it. My live rock is more valuable than I got a tank with nothing but live rock. There's nothing in there.
Yeah.
I taste that water more than anything else. Because that's more valuable than anything right now.
Yeah, for real. I mean, so Tom mentioned, he says about the T5s. He said he can't agree with that because T5s and power compacts were out. The thing is, the LEDs wasn't, and the LEDs, I believe, is allowing certain colors to really intensify and come out the corals when it comes to how LEDs hit the zooxanthellae that live with inside the corals to give them the color that they're getting.
Listen, I've had both. I still have both. I still have both. I still run T5s and I still run LEDs. And I'm gonna tell you, from my little world, nothing brings out color like T5s. I mean, excuse me, like LEDs. Nothing.
It is. Yeah.
Nothing, because I run more red. I run more things that are not, you're a company, for instance, like Kessel, right? These people are they figured it out. They have staff. They have all these people. Their lights are to a point where when you turn it on, all you have to do is step away. I know a lot of people don't like that and they want to flicker and they want to change and they want to do this. For me, that fits because I don't know, but these guys are professional. So I let whatever that Kessel Logic, let them figure it out. I'm not gonna try to figure out the light. I got a million things to do. I can't sit here and try to figure out what spectrum it is. I have a par meter. I have all this other stuff, and I check and I set it up. But in reality, I have faith in the Kessel, and I step back, or Radion, whatever. Again, you could put that with whatever else, because Radion also, they've been proven. Every coral grower grows Kessel with Radion. They grow, so it's proven. T5s, they grow, but you have to pivot. You can no longer get balls. You got to let that shit go. It's the same thing with halides. People sit in forums arguing metal halides. Who the hell cares? That's old technology. You got to pivot. You got to let go. You can't sit here and talk about metal halides. They're done. You can't. I live in New Jersey. You know how much I pay for a kilowatt? I can't be running. Now if you're in Arizona or whatever, and you're in Vegas, and a kilowatt is a penny gold, you could want metal halide. And that's the thing, is that you got YouTubers running metal halide, but they live in Texas, bro. It's 10 cents a kilowatt out there. You know what I'm paying? You know what you pay in California? You know what you pay in New Jersey? In New York? In New York, you crazy? And it's the same thing with T5s.
Yeah.
The one thing you didn't see in my system is a chiller. That's dead. Yeah. Chillers were essential. That wasn't non-negotiable. You had to get a chiller, because if not, you come home and your tank was 84.
Yeah.
Those days are over.
Yeah. Well, because you don't have the metal halides no more cooking your tank nowadays.
That's it. That's it. So you got to let it go. And T5s the same. They're not making no more T5s. It's over. All right. T5s, even BRS that was making a killing of those T5s. Yeah. Even they jumped off. And you see in the new stuff, oh yeah, the new gold standard is LED. No, it's always been there. It's the same technology, but it's just you can't sell TV.
They had to get rid of, a lot of companies stopped making the metal halide bulbs. I mean, you're still getting some, but it ain't like
it ain't before. You can't. You can't go to your LFS and go get a T5 bulb. I mean, a thing. And the T5 bulbs are going to be the same. In the next couple of years, you're not going to see them because they're laws. You can't. I mean, honestly, if you're in reefing, you're about the environment. You don't want you. So how the hell can you want T5s? These things are killing the environment. To dispose, to throw them away, it makes no sense. It, as an energy cost or whatever, they're proven to grow corals. It makes absolutely no sense not to grow, not to use LEDs at all. Zero. And I use both because I'm going to use what I have until it burns out. But I don't need it. I have it. I'm going to reuse it, but I don't need it. Right. I definitely don't need it. And some people, they don't pivot. They never change. They stay. And in this hobby, you got to pivot. And when things change, you change. It's you're right. Before, you used to be able to get coral from the wild. We used to have all the fish. They don't exist anymore. That the colonies don't exist.
Yeah.
They don't at any price. At any price. Because it got to a point where that's all you could get was a colony. Then people didn't want to spend $300, and then LFS was like, "Well, I could get $10 from them on a frag, so let me get the $10." And then the frag, that $10, $20 frag, got smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, to the point that it really doesn't even exist anymore. You buy it's like you said, it's a microscope. It's a one polyp.
Yeah.
One pilot frag. But hopefully things change, man. And I don't see it. I honestly think that things are just gonna get worse. As far as the hobby goes, we're gonna get less and less. And honestly, I'm collecting because I think that the only way my kids are gonna see a reef tank is gonna be by coming down to my basement.
Yeah. So, real quick question: how long you been in the hobby?
Well, saltwater is different. I think I've only been in saltwater for like total. Well, how old is my son? 5 years
Uh huh.
combined because I moved, so I had to break down. I've been in this new house for a year and a half.
Okay.
So I just set this up. My tank is going to be this system is going to be 1 year old in April.
Okay.
Yeah, I said, but the fish came with me,
Right.
and my corals all died. Everything died on the move.
So right now you're in the process of restocking and all that.
Yeah, well, I'm a local. I'm a member of my local reef club, that New Jersey Reefer.
Oh, okay.
I got a lot of people that like I help a lot of people. So and I put out. There was a lot of frags and corals that I had before that people brought back to me. I actually got one of my anemone splits on a rainbow, and the guy gave me back one of the splits that I sold to him, which was like really cool. And that has split already like 2 or 3 times in less than a year.
There you go. There you go.
But freshwater, I had freshwater tanks before, but it's not the same. I had a discus tank that I really liked, and that was like the highest of where I was at with the freshwater tank. I had a discus tank, and I kept my discus alive, and they were breeding and stuff, and I thought that was awesome. And then I got rid of it, and I did saltwater. And the first time I did the saltwater tank, I don't even, to be honest with you, I don't care about the fish, man. I'm here for the corals. The corals did it for me. To be able to breathe and make, like, I'll wake up tomorrow and I frag a piece of and make 1 out of 2 and things like that's amazing to me.
Yeah.
The fish, everything that I have is so that it works. It cleans. They have a job. They clean my tank. Everybody else keeps the frags clean and do whatever. They have a role. They have a job. But outside of that, I'm here for the corals, man. No, whatever. I love everything. I love salt. Everything. I'm a collector of just corals.
No, I can hear it. I mean, I can hear that you're very passionate about the hobby, and that's awesome, man. And I'm sure other people can relate to you as well. Just hearing how passionate you really sound about the hobby, and how much what the corals actually mean to you. So, I mean, I think a lot of people can relate to you on that and respect that as well. Carrie says, but he's right about P Guy, new member. Hello, P Guy. Thank you for becoming a member, new YouTube member on this channel. Thank you so much for that, P Guy. As well, it says, Carrie says to you, he said, but he's right about T5s and metal halides. Will not be the existence in a few years from now, and there will be a different breed of LEDs also. I definitely think there'll definitely be a different breed as well. Not to be funny.
No, listen, you got players coming into the game.
Oh yeah,
you got Philips. I don't own the Philips lights, but Philips, they created LEDs. You don't understand how big of a player these people. If you go to a hospital and go have surgery, you're gonna have surgery under Philips lights. If you're watching a show on TV, it's being recorded under Philips lights, and they got into the game. People might not like what the Philips lights is or whatever, but they're a game changer. They're gonna make Kessel better. They're gonna make everybody else level up because they have the money and the power to do a lot. Whether they do or whatever, it doesn't matter. They can. Then you got people like Kessel. I mean, like Apex that they're going to release the Sky. That's also going to be a game changer. Why? Because I don't know 100%, but I know how they think. They're
Yeah.
going to tie it in to their par meter. So you buy the Apex par meter, is going to measure the Sky. I could see it already, and it's going to work with the Sky, and it's going to self-calculate. You can say the par you want to set it to, and then it's going to set.
I definitely agree to you when it comes to Neptune Apex creating LED. All I said was when I heard the name Sky, I said you better sky the limit because they are coming in the game, but I don't think they're going to be they're going to slack when it comes to when they decide.
Listen, they got the first place I saw a Philip light was on top of this guy's tank from Apex, from Neptune.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? I forgot his name right now.
Terrence?
Huh?
Terrence.
That's the first time I ever saw those lights, right? And I never saw something blanket like that. and seriously, and Terrence ain't stupid. He saw that too, and he saw the void, and he saw nothing is gonna blanket a tank, and that's why they named it Sky, because it literally is gonna blanket your tank. And I'm not out here to push. I'm not a fanboy. I have more problems. I have an Apex graveyard of products that have failed. But there are certain things that work.
Yeah.
And they do certain things. They do right. The Neptune, the Trident, that could have been done a little bit better. It is very flimsy. It's for a $600 product. It is very flimsy. It's plasticky. But am I gonna set up a system without it? No, absolutely not. If my Trident dies tomorrow,
you get another one, ain't you?
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see if I can fix it. I got a good reputation with them. But if not, I'll jump and stomp. But I ain't going back to testing. That's for the birds, bro. I ain't going back to that. And they're gonna get it to a point where everybody else is gonna bring up their game, and that's what capitalism is about. Competition. They're gonna keep bringing up products, and then other people are gonna have to compete.
I think Radeon is definitely the force to reckon with when it comes to LED lighting. But I will definitely say that I highly suspect Neptune Apex gonna come out with something that ain't gonna be no joke. I highly suspect that, and I truly believe that. You're breaking up a little bit, Amanda.
What's that called?
I don't know. You're breaking up a little bit. A little back feed from something.
Let me get out. Yo, Rico, I'm glad you're back, bro. Seriously.
All right, thank you.
You gotta.
Yep, I appreciate you, man, for coming in. All right, so that was Armando. Thank you again, Armando, for coming in and hanging out and expressing your passion in this hobby as well. And also just kind of, sharing some, thoughts of, where LEDs and wisdom, with that, where, the thought process behind a lot of this stuff. But I must say that Apex, I'm waiting to see, what up. I ain't seen G5 do nothing yet. Team G4, Tom says. And everybody to each his own when it comes to that. I was getting ready to try some, thinking about G5s as well, trying them on a system, and I was asking a couple people, but at the end of the day, regardless of what these companies do, everybody's going to have their own input on what they think is better than the other and have different reasons why. So don't get the LEDs. Maybe that changed with the G5s. Haven't seen enough tanks in person. Yeah. So at the end of the day, some people might want to dial in and play with certain colors and do certain things. Some don't. Some prefer to use Kessel because Kessel pretty much limits what a person can do or utilize preset programs and stuff like that. You're not getting the shimmer like Kessel's giving you. Certain things like that just works better for people. People rather have that and utilize that. Other people love the ability to manually customize and come up with their own color scheme, like radions. And what do you got? Also AI. You can, do things with them as well. At the end of the day, do what works best for you, what suits you best, should I say. Not even about what works best for you. How about we change that to what suits you best? I think it's probably the proper analogy we should probably use, is what suits you best. What your pockets can withstand or not withstand, but what suits you best and it's going to work out best for your aquarium needs. So, it is what it is. Also, West Coast uses the Gen 5s. I asked him personally about those as well. And he said, no lie, he likes them. He likes them. So he's ran both, he's had both. He's now on Gen 5s with the new build. And he said, because I asked him too, because I'm just kind of curious. I hear mixed reviews about the Gen 5s. So, but yeah, he said that. Now, his flavor with somebody else's flavor might be different. Now, I didn't get into a bunch of detail of what he thought was different or better or why he thinks it was better. And if he did, I just simply don't remember the conversation. But yeah, at the end of the day, you got to do what's best, best for yourself. And when it comes to the lighting, I personally want to see what this sky is going to be about. If y'all ask me, I personally can't wait to see how Apex is going to come out personally. Yeah. Oh, you better stop. He'll be hating always. He said you don't have colonies yet next year. It's because of the G5. He's stupid, man. Cut it out, man. Cut it out. G5s all day. Shots fired. Yeah, shots really fired, man. West Coast, get in here. Defend yourself. West Coast, where you at? Defend yourself. I'm going to call West Coast to get on real quick. Call them up. Tell them get in here. Shots fired. Shots fired. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see what he got to say about that. I think he has the pros. I'm pretty sure he has the pros. I'm not 100%, but I like a lot. I like it a lot. Corals do well under it. The blues pop real nice. I can say grow wise on 5G, my corals are growing well. Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. That's awesome to hear. But yeah. But no, I'm really dead set on this whole Neptune and lights. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm really dead set in seeing what these bad boys are gonna be about, how they gonna look really the final. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, for sure, I'm definitely can't wait to see what it's going to be about. Micros guy said he had issue with blues and photographer. West Coast hiding, but haven't talked to anyone else with blues. He went for full pro. He said West Coast hiding. But that's all right. That's all right. He probably relaxed and laid up with the missus and kicking his feet up. He ain't got no time for no mess right now. I think Neptune might make a checkmate on the sky. You know what, Carrie? They might, man. And hey, people parting ways and doing their own thing. And, unfortunately, I hate to see that, it's coming down. But at the same time, competition never hurt anybody. And I'm all about companies banging it out and competition. I'm being serious, man. I'm all about, see, it might cause a little drama in the industry, but at the same time, it'll make you step your game up. I'm just saying. I mean, don't you all agree? I think competition helps pushes somebody. If you really want it and you want to set the tone, then you gonna do what you gotta do to set that tone. I'm all believe in competition. I mean, no different than wrestling, UFC, MMA, boxing, basketball, hockey, golf. I mean, it makes you step up your game. If you step up your game and bring out a better product, hey, this hobby, I know us as hobbyists, we can't wait to get our hands on it. Now, can we? If it's gonna be fired, we all willing. At the end of the day, the majority of us is willing to buy it. Just got to see what you bring to the table, though. And I love a good scrap. You know what I'm saying? I love a good get down, between companies or between people themselves. It's entertaining to watch. It's very fun to watch. I love it. Quite honestly, I used to live for it too. No, I just think I don't know about checkmate, but it probably will be pretty darn close. I can't see them coming weak at all. Not Neptune. I hope I don't shoot myself in the foot for saying that, but I can't see them coming. I can't see. There's no way they're gonna come weak on something like that. Do y'all believe that? Because I'm being dead serious when I say that. I can't see them coming weak. Not at all. Not at all. It would be very difficult not to be. I am curious about their new light. I love competition. That's what really pushes the companies to do better and push for innovation. I'm 100% behind you on that. Better company does, it's going to produce better products and better off for us and the end consumers, right? I'm just saying. I mean, if we can get a light at 50,000. Can we get a light at 100,000 hours before it dies? Runtime 100,000, 150,000. I mean, just saying. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that is true too. But at the end of the day, metal headlights wasn't broke. Only thing was broke is what you had to pay for them, your electric bill. And then you had to pay for, chillers and stuff and, stuff like that. They work hella great to this day. I don't know. Honestly, they just really work well. They wasn't broke. Ain't broke for me. It took a long time. It took me 5 years to finally get rid of my 300-400 waters. I wasn't a big fan of LEDs. I came over to LEDs when I came on to YouTube using the jumping on the Ocean Revive train and trying them out. I figured I'd go cheap, see what they were about. And the end result is one badass aquarium I had too behind them. Those corals loved them lights. Them lights did hella justice. At the end of the day, they did what they was going to do. They set the tone for a lot of people to buy Ocean Revives. And at the end of the day, what's up, naked dog? And then the Radions. Then people got so pissed off when I switched over to Radions. Like, why did you get so mad about me going to Radions? Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I heard the exact same thing when I went from Ocean Revives to Radions. And I'm a firm believer in that saying too, man. I said that so many times too. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. At the end of the day, though, I couldn't get what I want, out of Ocean Revives. I can't get what I wanted out of metal halides, meaning controllability. Maybe having the ability to just change out certain colors or eliminate certain colors altogether. Being able to, be a little mad scientist on doing certain things. So we went to LEDs and having more, things and whatever else. And then from that over to Radions, because Radions just gave you full capability of control of those lights. So it ain't so much, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's about an individual and what exactly are you trying to do? And, what are you wanting from it? It's not to be funny. It's like, he said off the hook. What's up, P guy? It was one of those things that, sometimes you just have to switch up, man. You don't take your lady to the same movie, the same, McDonald's and go home and do it in the same manner. You switch it up, man. It ain't broke. It's just that you're looking for something a little bit different or put a little sauce on it. Change it up just a little bit. It's not that it's broke. You need to fix it. It's just that you just want a little something different. There ain't nothing wrong with getting a little something different, here and there. As long as it ain't breaking the bank, breaking up, whatever. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, I get it though. I think, we all strive out here to just, for those especially for those that's been in this hobby for quite some time, we all strive. What if this? What if we can change this? What if that? And curiosity will always kill a cat. We're always looking to tweak something, especially the old heads. We're always looking for something. Now, the only thing I could say as being an old head or being somebody, that does this, it's just you got to be very careful, because people follow people. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with people following people. But at the same time, you just need to make sure you understand why you're doing it and everybody else understands why you're doing what you're doing, so they don't just jump on the bandwagon, but it's not for them. You know what I mean? And then they get themselves in something that, they didn't want to be in. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the difference between the Gen 5s, Gen 4s, we got two people saying two different things. You got some saying one way they feel about it, and the blues versus the pros. Tom Gen 4, West Coast Gen 5, some other people Gen 5s. You just got people all over the place for that. Why is that? Well, honestly, who knows? You know what I mean? Maybe the people that already switched from Gen 4s to Gen 5 see a difference. You know what I mean? What they're seeing, only they would know. They can explain it because they've been Gen 4s for so long, and then they switched to Gen 5s. Maybe even more spread without the diffusers. I honestly, I couldn't tell you because I don't own them, so I can't say anything about it. But anyway, the sky will be wide sheet of lighting, more spread, watch and see. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, we have to watch and see at the end of the day. He said my wife won't like it if I say I need something different sometimes. As long as you ain't changing up with her or changing her for something different, you should be okay, Tom, if that helps you. I mean, just, run around the house and the kids gone somewhere, just run around and play tag can be something different, Tom. I don't know what's inside of you. Oh, Tom, you funny, man. He said, my wife. Oh, man. All right. The sky looks cool. Well, it can look cool, but what is it going to perform like? That's $1 million question. What is it going to perform like? Well, guys, this has been an awesome talk. I appreciate P Guy. Thank you for coming a member. Also, thank you that super chatted earlier. Thank you, guys. I don't want to have everybody up late night, everybody getting no sleep because of the live stream. It's midnight here. I'm going to get off. I'm going to relax, kick back, relax. I just want to say this is 3 hours. I'll leave it. I don't like doing 3 hour live streams. I prefer to give them 1 hour. You guys are slowly trying to rope me into these 8 hour live streams. I see y'all trying to get on me. Yeah, I appreciate you guys for hanging out and coming in. Don't forget, if you ain't hit that thumbs up button, get that thumbs up button up. All right. So you guys have a wonderful night. Y'all might have a morning live stream with me. If y'all lucky, y'all got 3 hours tonight. So you might not get it in the morning. Y'all might just get it in the evening, just so y'all know. So with that being said, thank you all. And Tom, go play tag. Tom, if you still there, try that. I don't know what else to tell you. But all right, guys, you have a good one. Don't forget, guys, shout out to saltwateraquarium.com as well. And, making a lot of this stuff happen as well. So you guys, don't forget about those guys neither. Catch you guys later. Peace out.